Welcome back to VBar 101. I'm gonna look at the two last boxes here on the main screen. One is the live display, which is where you can look at the inputs. Basically, you can see when I move the radio inputs, you see different the RC input, you see the integral. But also you can test the gyro, so you can see that the gyro actually reacts when you're physically moving the helicopter. So if you're in any doubt that is the gyro really working and you have a hard time looking at the helicopter to see it, put in and look at this display, because you can actually see it in a graphical representation here. The Autotrim, I'm gonna touch it briefly as I'm gonna go in a deeper episode later and actually show you how to do a proper Autotrim flight. But I want to tell you what you're looking at here, and there is often a misconception that oh, I got a green bar, it must be good. But the thing is, this only tells how much time was spent in Autotrim mode. It doesn't tell you anything about the result. Here is the result. So here we actually have to show for that I had a little bit elevator adjustment. I would probably render this as okay. Say that is okay with that little, but the tail tells me that my center was quite well, not a lot, but more than I like, off from when I do hovering. So I should adjust the tail. I would like to adjust the tail a few degrees more offset, so I get this closer to center. Your target is to closest center as possible. You can see a little bit, one tiny bit on the aileron, so that's pretty perfect. So if you do an Autotrim flight and we're looking at the bars out here somewhere, you need to adjust your helicopter mechanically. As for the whole how to do it, I'm gonna get back to you on that later. However, there is a clear button here to clear a trim flight. Often it's better with a no trim flight than a bad one. So only do trim flights when it's really calm outside, and make sure you do it correctly, as I'm gonna instruct later in a later episode.